so happy to be here. I wouldn't have missed when my friend Philip puts on an event like this, whether it's up at the new Filipino Center up in the northeast of Scarborough, or whether it's downtown here. I try to support the events that he and that this wonderful community organize. Last week, just as the Raptors had won the World Championship, I went to another wonderful basketball tournament with hundreds of kids from the Filipino community, having fun, celebrating the success of basketball. But I hope you saw me on the news, because people would say, well, how come the Raptors have so many fans in Toronto? How come there are so many people who would fill this square last Monday to have a celebration? I said, well, in part, it's because our wonderful and growing Filipino community love basketball, and so they love the Raptors. And by the way, we started this morning a petition to get Kawhi Leonard to stay in Toronto. So I want you to, when you go home, you'll see it on the news, I want you to go home and go online and sign that petition so we can tell him we love him here and we want him to stay here. Now, after the Monday celebration, or maybe just before, I had the honor to be up on the ceremonial flag podium, which is right back there. You can see the pride flag flying there right now, to raise the Philippines flag to commemorate not only Philippines Independence Day, which is such an important occasion we're also celebrating here today, but also to officially proclaim, even though it was partway through the month, Philippine Heritage Month. And that is an important thing, because we have such a large and wonderful community. I think you know that the Filipino community represented the single largest source of immigration to Canada for, I think, maybe 3 of the last 4 years. And that is such a blessing for us, because we've had so many new wonderful people come to this country to join the big community that's already here, that contributes in so many ways to the well-being of our city and of our country. And so I just say thank you for continuing to invite your friends and your family to come here and live with us, where I hope that you feel what I'm trying to do and what the members of City Council are trying to do here, which is to build a city that is welcoming for everybody, build a city that embraces everybody, build a city that goes in the opposite direction from what you see happening in so much of the rest of the world, where people are increasingly invited to divide themselves and to be polarized and to find reason to disagree with each other. Here we want to work together. We want to celebrate each other. We want to come to events like this and learn more about Filipino cuisine and Filipino culture. I should say, by the way, I did ask Philip, and nobody is selling ballots here, because last year at a festival in Scarborough, I want you to know I'm very conscious, just like my friend Sean Chen, I'm conscious of keeping my promises. And when I was at a Filipino festival in Scarborough last year at the Scarborough Civic Center, they asked me if I would eat a balut, and I had to look at it and heard about it and investigate it. I bought one and watched somebody else eat it, and they said it was delicious. So I promised that this year, 2019, I would eat one. So I was looking for one this afternoon, but they're not selling them here, so the promise will have to wait for another day. But everybody tells me, how many people say they're delicious and I should eat one? How many people say I should not eat one under any circumstances? Well, there's almost nobody, only 3 people. In any event, may I just say to you, congratulations on the Independence Day. Thank you for lending us your culture and yourselves and the beauty of this community for our Heritage Month, where we can learn more about this wonderful country that produced so many wonderful people. And I look forward to continuing to celebrate with you at all the different events that happen through the rest of the summer. I should say I am very pleased not only to be here with Philip and his team, but also with Sean Chen. Sean Chen has been a good partner to the City of Toronto. He and his government, for example, came forward with $1 billion with a B in front of it to help repair our housing in the City of Toronto. And that's what I call good partnership with the City of Toronto to help us with that kind of money. So thank you, Sean. Thank you very much, Philip, and all the group that have put this together, and have a wonderful time. Mabuhay on Pilipinas. Mabuhay, Canada. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you very much, Mayor Tory.